Hi Austin, how's it going today? I'm here to go through your website with you, so I decided I'd make this little video here. I'm kind of starting this new web series I remember I told you about with the going through the website, so I wanted to do the first test run on you actually. So let me know what you think of the video kind of format too, having it so I got the camera going on and have the audio, and hope it should work out well. I'm hoping, because otherwise I'm going to be filming for 30 minutes for no reason. So let's begin. So as you can see here, I got your website not pulled up just yet, but we have the Big Dipper dough typed into Google. So I usually start by checking to see how well Google is pulling it up. Is your SEO well? Now, obviously, Big Dipper dough, it should pop up. I mean, there's really no other company named that. Looks like you guys got a lot of links out at the bottom here for credibility. So there's a lot of Shark Tank ones, which is pretty cool too. So that means your people are, obviously they're looking that up, but it also means that, you're getting some press out there about that. So that's really cool. So continuing on here, let's take a look at, go into the website. Otherwise, everything else looks fairly good. I'm glad you're on the Google Maps too, because that's very important. And doesn't really seem to be anything. You can always add to this, which would be good. But for the most part, not too bad. So we're going to click onto your website here. So actually, let's back up just a step. I just wanted to actually go through something real quick. So this is your metadata. Now your metadata is basically the words that are popping up right here. So it says cookie dough, buy now, meet us and learn more. So that is something that could be changed a little bit. There should be a way to change it within your when I think you're using Wix. There should be definitely a way of changing that 100%. That metadata is very important. It helps pull up better on SEO. So if you have things like edible cookie dough or desserts, those kind of words like that, or frozen treats, anything along the lines of that is really, really, really helpful, because that means it's going to pop up better on Google if people type in words like cookie dough or edible treats, something along those lines. By not having that metadata correct, your SEO value definitely goes down. It's very, very important. So let's now go into the website. And that was just the big change there. Maybe also your title is Big Dipper Dough. I mean, do you want it to be Big Dipper Dough or Big Dipper Dough Co? I see here on Facebook it's just Big Dipper Dough. So obviously making sure it's kind of when you're doing branding, you want to make sure it kind of unifies all together. So it is a little confusing. That's not unified there. So definitely make sure, maybe take a look at that and figure it out, because I think that's important. So we're going to Big Dipper Dough here. So looking at it, first impressions popping up. It looks modern, which is nice. It has a modern feel to it, and I like this font here. That's a very nice font. It's kind of playful, and I can see it kind of fits your brand. So it's good font there. Now, generally speaking, for home pages, now it has to be enticing to the customer or client, and it has to make sure that you're getting the point across fairly quickly. So obviously you got some big Big Dipper dough here in the containers. That's good. I mean, you want your product to be front and center, and you got those nice pictures, which looks nice. It says handcrafted dough. That's nice. And what I'd love to see here is a call to action button. So buy now. So that's very, very cool. Now there's a couple of problems here with this homepage initial impressions. Now this is called the above the fold. So everything that's above this line at the bottom there, anything that's above that is called the above the fold. You need to make sure that you are getting everything in your brand pointed across, usually above the fold if you can. Some industries are a little bit different, but for yours, you have the cookie dough here, which is great, but it is important that this is very pretty. Now, the problem I'm having here is, number one, your logo is nowhere to be seen. You have it there and there, but that's not 100% sure and accurate. You should be able to add in a logo up top here, make that very big and prevalent, letting people know, hey, this is what our logo looks like. If you're trying to build presence, one of the problems I know when people are trying to find stuff in your store, they can't find it because they don't know what to look for. Making your logo be something that people recognize, like Nike swoosh, anything along those, or like the Hollister Seagull, your American Eagle's eagle, something like that. You want to make sure your logo, it's a nice logo, put it there, make it apparent. So putting it there. Now, something I do have a problem with this is here. I see this, this big homepage here. It looks, it looks nice. It's kind of bland. You don't really have a separation between the menu here and the actual picture down below. I think there's so much brown space all around. It's very just kind of meh. See, the problem I have is, as you scroll down, this looks very nice. This looks very nice. But the problem is this is kind of bland. And since that's the first impression, you really want that to be up on top and popping. So there should be a way to make this a full screen. Maybe get just one of these photos and put it all the way across, or make a collage of the photos and put it all the way across as a single image going into like a photo editing software. That I believe would be very, very important to get across there. Okay. So that's just my big concern here, is it's just not very interesting. Yes, the cookie dough is interesting, but you want that initial impression to be huge. Just like the first time they see your container, you want the containers to be nice. First time they see your, the product itself, you want that to be nice. Goes just the same thing as website. It all goes hand in hand. So we can scroll on a little bit. So this is good. I love the color palettes here. I think this is a really cool kind of format here, like the side-by-side thing. It's not used a lot. It can be done improperly, but yours isn't too bad by any means. Problems I do have with this, though, is the fact that this is left aligned, this is center aligned, this is right aligned, and this is center aligned, and then this is left aligned, and this is center aligned. So all these are very different. Just make them all center aligned. All right, just make them all center aligned. There's no reason to do it any differently than that. I think that would just look best. So as I'm going down here, so are you business? So business, boom, clicks there. Okay. Locations, clicks there. Okay. Fundraiser, there, you got it. Starstruck Squad, all right, contact, and meet the team. So things I have that are confusing for me when I first went through it was this, my first impressions. So I know you're trying to sell to not only consumers, but to businesses as well. That makes sense. But the problem with that is I see that, there's it's a little unclear exactly what you're trying to push here. Now, I think that you will have consumers, but there's not gonna be a lot of people that probably buy through your website. So I think having locations, though, is probably the most important thing here, maybe to put on top. Having people go instantly, boom, click the location, find where you're at, go buy. I mean, you're trying to push the consumers here, and then have the business below that, I think, be a little bit better, in my opinion. But again, that's kind of up to you there. It's not too important. Now, the fundraiser one was a little confusing. I didn't even know you guys did fundraiser stuff. If you're trying to push that a lot, then I'd say keep this here. But if you're not, I'd say maybe drop it below a little bit lower. And maybe move the meet the team up a little bit more. Now, the Starstruck Squad was something I was very, very confused about. When I saw that, I was like, wait, is that the meet the team? I wasn't sure. I didn't realize you were trying to promote what flavors. I think it's a catchy name, but it was confusing to me. I didn't really know what it was. So maybe changing the wording there. Meet the crew is something that was confusing. I get the branding's kind of cool, but like try to... This right here just shows this. Maybe have a picture, a collage picture of all the flavors, like all put on, like one here, one there, one there, one there, and there. Put them all around this kind of area. It's showing that you're trying to propose the different flavors. Because from this, I can't tell that. Because to me, it looks like there's two meet the teams. That's just a little weird. I would put the meet the team up a little bit higher. Contact usually goes on the bottom. Having Instagram on the bottom is great as long as you're posting often. Get rid of this probably created by Wix. You should have a plan. If you haven't bought a plan, I'm pretty sure you have to Wix in order to have the domain be what it is. But for sure, you definitely need to get rid of this. I mean, it looks so unprofessional. It's just something there. You have your social medias down here. I know you got a YouTube channel, at least you should. If you don't, make one. You should have a Twitter. Make one if you don't. Put any social media on there, really. I mean, you want to be as thorough as possible. Even if you don't use Twitter for your business, it's fine. You still make one. It puts you on the web as a presence. It helps your SEO go higher, and just shows that you're all over line. Some people might follow you just because. It doesn't mean you have to post anything. You should be anyways, but hey, just have it on there. That's the most important thing. It takes 2 minutes to make, and it's free. So that's that. Now, there is a lot of going on in the menu up here. Normally, I like to keep the menus as short as possible. The least amount of options, the better. People don't like options. They think they do, but they don't. The more options they have, the more confused they get. So having that, kind of maybe shorten it out might be a little bit better. So are you business? This makes sense. Retail, food service, business by now. Sure. I mean, that makes sense having that there. The flavors is cool. I think, yeah, I mean, I like this. Let's let you go through these real quick. So retail, having this information there, that's good. Food service, good. Having the specs on the side there. Business by now. This is good. There, yeah, that's not too bad. There's nothing really inherently that wrong with there. Again, this menu, I don't like it that it's all part of the brown. You should find a way to actually create a line at the bottom here to separate it. A separation between your menu and everything else is great, especially since the colors are the exact same. That makes it a little bit just kind of not confusing, but it helps people when we're looking at UI design, basically user interface design. You want people to be able to navigate your entire website as simple and easily as possible. So doing that allows you to just see exactly what's going on, right? So definitely try see if you can put a line there. You should be able to. If they're not, then you probably might want to look at another place to build your website, because all the stuff I'm saying you should be able to do. If not, let me take a look then. All right, so having these on there, pretty cool. Describing what each one of the flavors is, that's great. Now, the pictures are all different. I prefer if each one of these pictures is the same. You just need good lighting, man. If you need a booth, I can take a booth for you, then crop these out. I mean, these are just cropped out in Photoshop, I'm guessing, or they have a white backdrop. I mean, you can just crop them out in Photoshop, easy. But yeah, since these all have different backgrounds, it just looks a little unprofessional. That's just, getting that down pat would be great. Cookie creations. Now, this was actually really cool. I love this section. I think this was really sweet. Having these different things here and how to make them. Having them under the flavors is a little odd, but I mean, it's not too bad by any means. So it is what it is, Locations. So this should probably be maybe even first here after the home is putting this locations. I think this is probably your most important thing to get people down so they know where you're at. People always ask, "Oh, where are they at?" When they ask me, when I talk to them about you, they always ask, "Oh, where's he at?" I'm like, "Well, he's there, or he's there." So just getting that down is important, right? So continuing on here, let's see. So that's locations, and yep, this map, the embed map looks good. Having this, hey, we're not here, go there. All right, let's go fundraising. So this is a little long. I prefer that maybe be a little bit shorter. That's not too bad up there, having those there. I can't really tell. Okay, so you gotta click on those photos in order to pass it along. It's not bad by any means. All right, let's see. Starstruck squats. This was the part where I was like really confused about, right? So another way here, also when I clicked on it, I was like, all right, this is a little wacky. What you should do instead of having this thing where you can click across like this, I want to see all of them all at once. I don't want to have to click through 6 different options to see the 6 different flavors. Because again, all this really is flavors, right? That's all it really is. You're not really describing anything different here. In reality, you could probably just get rid of this entirely, because look, you have more information here on these. Instead, what I would do is I would take these photos, these ones that look a little bit cooler, put them side by side, or make like a collage. So like create this and then create even like an area, like, lengthen this out and have like another area right here that would have the actual picture of the actual the cookie dough, and make it like a collage thing. So you could actually just have banners that stretch from here to there, boom, like that, and then underneath it you could have the information, right? Versus having a completely separate page where you have to click through. If not, definitely, if you want to still keep this page, definitely make sure you just scroll them out, so you have literally just, you put them on top of each other, just full length, full page width, and it goes down the page, right? That's what you want to do, and that's really what's gonna help you out there. So again, I don't think you really need this tab. If you have the flavors tab, it's the same thing. All you're doing is you're putting it here with less information. Doesn't really make sense to me. So there's definitely a better way you could combine those, 100%. You want to make that less confusing for people and just put it all together. All right, so we're going to contact. So you got you guys' contact information here. That's great. Obviously, I know this is a placeholder, but the thing is like, even though it's a placeholder, man, you still got to get rid of that. I mean, this is online right now, so people can see this and they're like, what's going on there? So I know that people don't know that. So you get rid of that video, or put something in there. So that's important whenever you launch something like this, because I saw you made a post about the website being online. You gotta get rid of placeholders. That's a big no, because people see that crap and they're like, what? So yeah. Oh, so you see here, this one has a header. So this one has a header deviation. So it's got the line right there. That's what you want to do on all your different sites. Let's see which one did. Yeah, this one. See, so you see how that see how that has the deviation there. Definitely deviate that. So buy now. So it goes to here. So this is a little confusing. I know you have buy now on Amazon. Now you should be able to have a Wix plan where you can buy it straight from Wix. I'm guessing it's gonna be cheaper for you, to be honest. I mean, buying on Amazon's fine, but the thing I really don't like is it has view price on Amazon here, but has the main price right there. I think it's a little deceiving to have view price on Amazon there. Um, so sorry, one second. My computer camera was saying something. Um, hold up. I hope this could go back to normal. Okay. Anyways, so it says buy now on Amazon, which is great. But the thing is, like, you want to, if you can, have that price there. It just is a little confusing. So yeah, that's that. Also, let's see here. All right, so let's go fan club. Okay, so this was also confusing. Again, get rid of this shit. Why are these placeholders there? Nuh-uh, not good. So you have these shirts here, and I click on them, and then boom, brings me to this disgusting product page where the product description is just the JPEG picture. Either get this right or get this away from there. I mean, it's like a gallery, which galleries are fine, but the thing is, like, I don't want to see the gallery, right? I want to see this gallery there. Like, I want to be able to buy where can I buy the shirt at, right? Where's the shirt buying option? You got the Taste Testers Club down there, which is cool. And then this is also confusing. Get rid of that sub menu, man. Like, if these have sub menus and these go separate pages, get rid of this one or make it a separate page. So that's just a unification. Having those there, okay, makes sense. Yep. And then lastly, the About Us page. Again, I put the About Us more up front, like up here. It just makes more sense. Lastly, all right, so story. So this is really long. I'm going to be honest, nobody's going to probably read this. So you got to shorten this down to literally maybe 2 paragraphs, all right? Nobody cares about your story. It's just, it's sad to hear, but that's just the truth, right? Nobody really cares. So just do it like that, okay? All right, yuck, go away. All right, so I click on your guys' profile pictures here. Now these are cool. That you got, like, you got like profile here. This is great. I know these are, I know you guys don't have the ability to do really professional camera work, but I still think that this is a little, it's a little unprofessional. Have it just be a webcam thing. I mean, heck, I got a camera, just borrow it for a day, film it in the same place. There you go, right? So you got your stuff there linked in. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go back. We're gonna go, yeah. So there's another thing too is that Tyler has his own page because he probably doesn't have a video. So this is confusing, right? So this one is a pop-up, which I like the pop-up. This one's his entirely own page, which is weird. So make those the same. Liv's video is actually really good. Besides the fact she filmed vertically, it's still a good video. You, Mr. Forehead. Yep. And then Chase's, I know I get that he didn't take the photo shoot with you, but if you could get that the same, if he's still working for you there. If he's not, then obviously get rid of him. So the big thing that I have a problem with this site is that it seems a little, it's done well, like it's better than what it was, but the problem is like I don't know why on every single one of these pages there's this okay, not this one, but let's see here. There's like this giant space in between. I don't really get that. If there's a way to fix that, try to. I mean, move this over. Move this from here over to like here, right? It just looks weird. Like it's very like, it's like you got this giant space in the middle. So when your eyes scrolling down the page, see how these are together? Like that looks nice, because it is a box format, but you still want to make sure. I'm trying to find our page where it has it. Maybe, okay, the About Us page. So you see, it's just, it looks weird because I got to look from here and I got to look over here. It's too much space in between, right? So try to keep that the same. So otherwise, it's not too bad. You just want to make sure that your everything should be, kind of, everything's got the same color palette and that all looks good. But just there's a couple of just design issues there. I mean, again, it's a little, might be, oh, I think my camera just stopped on me. Maybe. Okay. Whatever. Okay, well, I'm gonna continue recording. So I think more than anything, man, it's just like it's too it's too much. What should I say? I don't really know what the word is, but it's good. It's just not exciting. You want to make sure it's exciting. I don't see really the excitement factor's not there. I want to see the excitement factor. So if you can get that in there, that's where you really want to go. So get the excitement factor in there. But otherwise, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just those are kind of the main issues I have there. So hope you watch through all, but I'm giving you some valuable advice. Try to follow it as best you can. All right. Talk to you later, dude. Bye.